What would you want to say to your fans? What would you want to say to them tonight, today, tonight? What would you want to say to them? Hey everybody, it's me Josh with Hope, and tonight I am reaching out to George Michael, the singer, musician, man beloved by many, who left this earth in 2016 on Christmas Eve at the age of 53. Last night I reached out to him and I was able to briefly ask for him. I captured a few responses that let me know that he was willing to speak, wanted to come through, kind of sounded like he wanted to do this. But I asked for him very late last night and he did say it was late, which is interesting that it was kind of too late to do this session. So I'm going to show you that, and then I'm all set up, ready to do a session for him tonight. So let me show you what I captured last night. The date is July 6th. The time is 3:50 in the morning. I am briefly reaching out to George Michael. I'm just going to check and see if he would like to speak, and then I will do a full session with him. George Michael, I invite you. I feel like I'm envisioning you sitting with me. Can you use this? Can you use this, George? I see. George, I've had you on my list for a while. Would you want to talk? Would you want to do a session? I just got to learn a lot more about you. Of course, I always knew of you and your music, and I remember watching an Oprah tour of your home, your beautiful home. I remember the trouble that you would deal with regarding, with the media and the law at times and things of that nature. But I didn't know much about you. And so I just did get to learn a lot more. Is there anything that you want to say right now? Can you at least tell me, and again, you may be answering and I just don't hear it in real time, so I have to go back. So if I'm not responding, don't think I'm ignoring you or I'm not listening. I am listening. Is this too late for you right now?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Are you seeing light? Are you experiencing the light, George? All right. Well, I am going to shut this down. I'm going to check with you. I'm going to check on what you might have said. And if everything checks out okay, then I will ask for you tomorrow night, okay? Well, I'm just envisioning touching your hand as you sit across from me. I see your face, and I send you love, brother. Regardless of what your answers are tonight, I send you love. And I always thank everyone, whether they, wanted to really come through or not, that they just showed that courtesy in answering me and coming through. I feel like I heard a few things from you. So thank you. Thank you. I must something. All right. God bless you, George. Thank you. Yeah, something. All right. So as you can hear, it sounds like he was willing to come through, and I told him I would ask for him tonight, and here I am all set up. I've got my orb cam ready, and I've got my HSB-1, my physical box. I've got his voice, Hope voice signature method, using his voice that has been reversed. It's been slowed down. It's been chopped up randomly. So it is complete gibberish, but with the sound of his voice. Now I'm going to focus right now. I'm going to bring myself to the astral room where I go to. So as I set foot into the room, I see the table with the equipment, which is right here, but in the room I see it within the room. I'm going to sit at the table, and now I'm going to say George. I'm going to say George's name. Just invite him. Just invite him to come through. And I see one of my guides opening the door. And I feel like I see George coming in. George, I greet you. You've been on my list as I shared with you last night. I know I asked for you late last night. Please, I invite you to sit down. I feel like you're still standing. This is just what I'm envisioning. If I'm wrong with anything, you can always correct me or something light. So I'm going to use the HSB-PRO first and give you a chance on there. George Michael, can you use this? Yeah, we're right. Probably right here, but it got cut off. Sounds like yeah. And it sounded like you, when I asked you if you were by the, experienced the light, seen the light, you said something, live near a house or live something by a house. You mentioned a house, it sounds like. Do you live by a house or in a house? Did you want to speak through this way, through this type of communication? I'm going to ask you. I asked you last night. I didn't hear much. How do you feel, George? How do you feel? Does it make you feel good that people want to still hear about you, hear from you, know about you? Did you have a sense that you were going to pass, or did it take you by shock? I'm going to ask you about your death some more. What do you think about this work? It's something. What would you want to say to your fans? What would you want to say to them tonight, today, tonight? What would you want to say to them? Something again. You dealt with addiction. Do you feel that was a part of your life's journey? One of your kind of, your battles to fight? Have you been shown any more about that in the afterlife? Let's try this. I'm going to ask you a question about your partner at the time, Fatty. If I'm pronouncing that right, I hope I am. Fatty was your partner, and your partner found you. Fatty found you. How do you feel about him? Do you have any message about him that you want to answer, or anything you want to say about him? He was in his car that night or something. I mean, he slept in his car or something. It was a little strange. People, probably wanted to blame someone for your death. But did he have anything to do with your death in any way? You gave a lot. You gave a lot to charity. You helped a lot. You gave to foundations. You gave to organizations. You helped people with sicknesses, and you did it all anonymously. So I just want to say thank you. That I believe, as I heard the other night when doing a session, the purpose of being here is to be here for service, to help other people. So thank you for that work. I mentioned last night that I had asked for Princess Diana, a good friend of yours, and she's been wonderful. Like, she's been so amazing. Her energy coming through. Have you seen her? Have you seen Princess Diana on the other side, George? Let me ask you, George. What did you do? What do you do on the other side? What do you get to do over there? How are you spending your time on the other side? What have you learned being on the other side? What have you learned, if you don't mind me asking? What can you share with us that can help us about being on the other side? Or, what can you share? Are you in any way still creating music on the other side? Are you doing anything regarding singing or music on the other side? When I added you to my list, did anyone tell you that I was going to come and ask for you? Something ready? Yeah. What's the most important thing that you would want to tell us tonight? The most important thing you would want us to know? What is that? Anything else that you want to say to us tonight, George? All right. Well, I'm going to shut everything off, and I am going to stand and I'm going to say a prayer with you. I'm going to say a prayer for you. So I invite you to do that. And again, I just want to thank you again for gracing us with your presence tonight, George Michael. Thank you. God bless you, brother. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Father. Thank you to you all who care to watch this work, see the work that I'm doing and support it. I appreciate it more than you know. Until next time, thank you.